Hi, this is Dr. Go, and if you're new to my videos, well, I've been a professional violinist for almost 30 years, be it as a soloist, as a professional orchestra musician. I've been an associate professor, a published author and published composer. I'm also a conductor, and I've been a chamber musician and other capacities of being a professional violinist. Most of all, I really enjoy teaching. So this channel was originally started as a resource center for my students, but it has become something that has been requested, so I start putting out more videos. Today's topic is string life and longevity. When should we change our strings, and how do we know when to change them? So first of all, there are many types of strings, many brands. I won't get into specific brands here. However, I will say that there are some very good brands that only last me about 3 weeks when I'm practicing a lot, some about 4, and some more expensive ones about 6. Now, one thing I have noticed about really expensive brands that I've tried so far has been that they're very loud, they break in fast. Like some of the less expensive, but standard solid ones might take 2 days to break in. But some of these other really expensive ones take just a matter of hours to burn in. How do we know when to change them? Well, the easiest way to tell is that the intervals start to purge. But by purging, I mean they start to migrate a little bit. Some of the easiest ways to tell are by looking at the natural harmonics. For example, if you look at the last movement of the Isai Sonata number 2, there are I believe there's a harmonic octave and a harmonic fifth near the end. Well, if the string is purging and the intervals are off, it's very difficult to get those in tune. Yeah, not so much the octave, but the fifth for sure becomes very difficult to get in tune. What's another sign? Well, you will see, for me, a lot of times it's those notes near the middle of the string, like G on A string, C on D string. Of course, these are all up in position. Those tend to migrate a little bit. When it gets really bad, I start to notice in first position, the C natural or C sharp on the A string starts to be in a slightly different position in comparison to other notes on other strings. Other signs. When you first put on new strings, they're nice and smooth. It's really a joy to shift effortlessly up and down. But if your shifting is a little bit too heavy, you will notice as the string ages, it gets more and more friction in the string as you start to shift, as the string gets older. And on a lot of strings, as they get older, especially in varying humidity, rosin will start even no matter how you clean the string, it will start to stick in the upper region a lot more. Now, when the rosin starts to stick, I notice it's still not purging, but for sure it is aging. So these are all signs that the string is aging. The moment the intervals start to purge, it's time to change. Like I said, some strings 3 weeks and I need to change them. Some strings 4 weeks, some strings 6 weeks, depending on how much I'm practicing. Something else that I touched on is humidity. When it is a very humid place, for example, I'm currently in the country of Malaysia. It is a tropical country. It's very humid outside. And when we come inside to the places with air conditioning and dehumidifiers and such, simply put, I've noticed that the intervals change as well. And that is something else that is challenging in places with varying climate. So I don't know the exact science. Somebody told me that the overall length of the violin slightly changes with a varying humidity. I'm not sure. I know I have to tune the violin a lot more when I change humidity, places of different humidity levels. So that being said, these are all things that can affect the aging of the string. As soon as those intervals start to purge, change the strings. That being said, if there's anything that I've said here that is contrary to what your teacher tells you, please ignore me, listen to your teacher. But otherwise, I wish all of you a great journey on this fantastic instrument that we play, the violin. Cheers.